What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lisa Marie, and I'm back with another video. And this video is going to be about BFFs. Okay, in conversation with people, I've been asked a lot, like, how can I tell if my best friend is a narcissist? Okay, I've come up with a list of clues in which you can use to gauge whether or not your best friend is a narcissist. Okay, I have a total of 8. Okay, 8 ways that you can tell if your best friend is a narcissist. Okay, now let me put out this disclaimer, because in today's society we have been using the word a narcissist very loosely, and we've been calling people who are not clinically diagnosed as a narcissist, we've been calling them narcissists because of whatever reason. Maybe they're selfish, they're self-absorbed. I mean, you could be a very self-absorbed person. You can be a very gossiping, backstabbing person, but that doesn't always mean that you're a narcissist. So with these 8 clues, these 8 clues that I got here, I want you to, compare personalities to these clues and just try to see if you're dealing with a narc or not. If you have a narc in your circle, I'm going to help you get them out. So, here we go. First clue. They conduct smear campaigns. What is a smear campaign, Miss Marie? I'm going to tell you. A smear campaign is when they're doing negative things. They're gossiping about people. They're smearing their names in the streets. They're telling people how horrible you are, how disgusting you are, that you just did this to them, you did that to them, you done this to this person, just smearing your name. A lot of times it's a lot of made up stuff, and they do this on purpose. This is their weapon, against you. They will weaponize things that you've experienced, things that you've gone through, things that you've expressed to them. Like if you was to tell them about a past relationship and how you may have had to do something out of character just to get out of the situation, they will weaponize that, manipulate it, and use it to hurt you in the eyes of other people. They will use that to hurt you. That's a part of a smear campaign. The lying, excessive lying, always lying on people. Like narcissists, they will come up with a lie knowing that, like for example, if you and your alleged narc, if say like y'all went out somewhere and a certain situation happened, right? Say like a fight broke out, had absolutely nothing to do with you and your friend, but the next day when y'all are at the water cooler at work, they're telling everybody like, yo, this guy, he tried to beat me up at the club last night. He tried to do this, he tried to do that. And like, we weren't even involved. Like, we had absolutely nothing to do with that. That's kind of like a smear campaign. It's the same thing. Like, they lie, they manipulate everything, they twist shit around. Like, it's just a mind fuck. Smear campaigns just is a weapon. It's a tool that they use to devalue, to degrade, to diminish people, other people. That's what they do. Okay? And you'll hear them trash talking other people, people they may have fell out with, people that they no longer have contact with, their old friends, because they can never keep friends. Like, it's crazy. Like, a narcissist could be so charming, but at the same time, nobody wants to deal with them once they find out who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to deal with them. So they can't keep friends, they can't keep relationships, they can't keep anything. And they live in a perpetual state of that. A perpetual state of lack. Like, you can't keep a solid relationship. And if a narcissist is in a relationship for a long time, oh, trust me, it's not what it seems like. It's not what they will try to portray on social media or, in front of their coworkers or whatever. Like, the real deal, Holyfield, is that they're either abusing the shit out of their partner, or their partner has just block them out altogether because they're just staying there. Maybe they have kids together, maybe they got finances tied together, so the partner has blocked them out altogether, mentally, emotionally, and most times physically, and they're just there just because they just need to survive, period. It's not glitz and glamour, it's not beautiful. And the same thing happens in friendships when you are a friend with a narcissist. Like, if you are able to be connected to a narcissist for a long time, trust me, the people around them have just accepted that this person is this is just the way they are. This is how they're gonna be. They're never gonna change. So let me adjust so that I can survive this toxic ass human being. It's not beautiful. It's not real. It's not what you would think it is. It's not. Relationship with a narcissist is very, very, very toxic. It is extremely destructive. Okay, and most people just learn how to deal. I mean, they just learn. They go along just to get along. You know. Okay. Second clue would be them being open-handed. Now, what do I mean by open-handed? Okay. Open-handed means this. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. Open-handed. But they never return the favor. They never pour back into the relationship. They're never available for you when you need them to be available. They never have the same amount of energy towards you, in your time of need. Now, a healthy individual, like, if your friend calls you crying, you're going to be there for them. Like, you're going to be hurt that they're hurt, right? You're going to be there. You're going to want to be supportive. You're going to want to talk them through it. You're just going to want to be there because it's just, the right thing to do. But for a narcissist, if you call them crying because you're going through something, they're not going to want to be there. They're going to be booked and busy. You can't get in contact with them. They're going to have to call you back because you can't pour your drama onto them. They can only pour their drama onto you. You can't do the same to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with the narcissist, being in a friendship, being in any type of relationship. It's not about you. Nothing is ever about you. It's all about them. And if it's not about them, be prepared for the rage. Be prepared for the wrath of the narc. Because they coming for that ass. Like, they coming for that ass. And they ain't gonna feel no type of ways about it. They're very, very selfish people. They're very, very selfish. They won't make time for you. Another example. If you're throwing a grand birthday party, or you and your spouse is having an anniversary party, or some type of celebration, any type of celebration, they're going to be busy that day. Even if they're not busy, they're busy because they don't want to come and celebrate you. They don't want to come and be in the midst of your happiness because they're so miserable. And if they do show up, 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to steal your attention. They're going to try to take the attention off of you and put it on themselves. They're going to want people to look at them. They're going to be like, look at me. Yes, I'm so this and I'm so that, blah, 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 blah. And in the process of them getting everybody to pay attention to them, they're going to be smearing your name. They're going to be talking about you to your closest friends, your family members, trying to get people to change the way that they see you. Goes back to the smear campaign. They're going to be on the attack, okay? Because they need to isolate you. They need to get people on their team. They need to have a team, a legion of people who will worship and praise them and kiss their ass. And they need you to be destroyed. So you can't compete. So you can't tell nobody, look, this is what this person did to me. This is what they took me through. They lied to me. They stole from me. They cheated. They beat me. They they kicked me in the pussy. They did all it. They need you to be obliterated. They need you to be out the way. And they need a team of people who are willing to praise them, worship them, kiss their ass, validate them. They just need it. They need that type of attention. And if you have the attention, they're coming to get it. They're coming to get it. The third clue is jealousy and envy. Okay? I don't have to tell you what jealousy and envy is. Like, you should pretty much know. But if you don't know, I'm going to let you know. Jealousy and envy, for example, if you were to win an award at work for, being the best salesperson, making the most sales, closing the most deals, or whatever field you're in, you get an award, right? All your coworkers want to go out after work to celebrate. Everybody's cheering for you. Everybody's congratulating you, telling you how hard you worked and it finally paid off. Everybody's happy for you. But your jealous friend will be like, they didn't even really work that hard. She cheated. She stabbed such and such in the back to get that deal. She's been doing this. She's been doing that. Goes back again to the smear campaign, because like I said before, it's their number one weapon. It's their number one tool that they're going to always go to. They're going to be jealous of you. They're going to be envious because it's not them that's winning. It's not them that's getting the applause. It's you. They're going to be jealous. The jealousy will start to eat at them so bad that they just start getting mad with you. And you, being who you are, you're just like, did I do something? Like, what's wrong? Why am I getting this negative energy from you? And they're not going to come out and say, because I'm jealous of you. No. They're going to say, because I saw what you did. You lied, you cheated, you did that. Like, they're going to start telling you you did all of these things because they conjured up in their mind that you did it. And whatever they think they believe, it's the truth. No matter if there's proof, if you actually did it or not, if they think that you did it, you did it. And they're going to tell you, you cheated, you stole, you backstabbed, you did this, you did that. You didn't even work hard for that award. I was the one who was supposed to get that award, not you. Jealousy and envy. And you're just like, yo, like, I did work hard though. You're my friend. Why aren't you happy for me? I finally achieved something great. Why aren't you happy for me? You're going to be left in a confused state. Because they can't explain to you why they not happy for you. I mean, they can, but it's all bullshit. It'll all be lies. Because they tell themselves lies. They feed themselves lies. They need a lie. They need to paint you in a bad picture so that they don't feel the guilt and shame of doing what they're doing to you. Like, it's unreal. It's unreal, the stuff that these people will do. The limits. Now, I'm not even going to say limits because there is no limit. But the lengths that these people will go just because they're jealous and envious of you. They're envious of your virtue. They're envious of the way people see you. People love you. People are attracted to you because you're just vivacious. You're kind. You're a good-hearted person. So people are attracted to you. They're envious of that. They can't figure out, why can't I be like that? And that's what really, that's what a jealousy and the envy come in at. Because they can't figure out, why can't I be like that? Even when they're pretending, they have to pretend times 10 just to be who you are naturally. And that's where the anger and the rage come in at. Because they're not you. They can't be you. They hang around you. They attach themselves to you to try to steal your essence. They really want to steal your vibe. If I can put it simply, these motherfuckers want to steal your vibe. And that's just what it is. And they can't. Some narcissistic friends, what they'll do is they'll get close to you, and before you know it, they'll start dressing like you. They'll start talking like you. They'll start walking like you, trying to be you because they're trying to mimic your essence. Who you naturally are, they're trying to mimic it. And then they'll turn around and say, that outfit she got on, I saw it first and I said it was cute, and now she went and bought it. Knowing damn well they never even liked the outfit. But because people said you look good in it, they're going to be like, yeah, I said it was cute when we was at the mall. And now look, now she wearing it. She went and bought it because I told her it was cute. She trying to be like me. Fuckery. Plain fuckery. Okay, the fourth clue. They have a very pessimistic attitude, okay? They have a negative outlook on everything in life. every situation, everything. You know what I'm saying? Now, this doesn't apply to all narcissists, because some of them, sometimes they will be like, oh well, on the brighter side, on the brighter side of this messed up situation, such and such and such and such and such. But that's all a lie. That's all a facade. Like, the motherfuckers are very pessimistic for the most part. They'll always see the negative in everything, and they're always unhappy for you. They'll never be happy. You can go through a whole pregnancy and they'll never be supportive. They'll always try to tell you, oh, well, he might leave you. You might be a single mother. I wouldn't have this baby if I was you. It's hard raising a child, which it is, but nobody wants to hear that negative shit when they're pregnant. Nobody wants to hear that. And they're just always negative towards you. Like, everything is just negative for them. When it comes to you, everything is negative. It's just always negative. They're pretty much haters. Like, they really are. They haters to the core. They're haters. Okay? The fifth clue is ghosting. What I mean by ghosting is when somebody just ups and dips on you. They just leave. No contact, no goodbyes, no nothing. Like, they ghost you, And a lot of times they would do that. Like, for instance, if y'all make plans together, if y'all make plans to link up, and you meet up at the spot that y'all agreed to meet up at, and they don't show up. And you're calling, you're trying to figure out, like, where is this person? Like, you're probably worried, thinking that your friend is, in a bad accident or something like that. Like, you're calling and texting, trying to get a hold of them, and they don't respond to any of your messages. The next day, you're calling, like, are you okay? Please call me back. They don't respond. 2 days later, you're still trying to reach out, and they still don't respond. That's ghosting. Sometimes they ghost you for a long period of time. Could be months, could be years. And then they pop back up. Like, nothing ever happened. Like, hey girl, what's up? And it's like, what do you mean what's up? The last time I spoke to you, we were making arrangements to go out to eat, and I never heard from you for 2 years. Like, what the hell you mean what's up? That's ghosting. They'll stop communicating with you out of the blue. They'll do that. They're good for that. They'll turn their back on you, because when they stop talking to you, they don't attach themselves to somebody else. So they don't have a need for you now. Especially if you were onto them. If you starting to figure out, like, this person's personality is kind of like toxic, or this person just wants me to kiss their ass too much, or whatever. Like, yeah, they'll go and find somebody else, and then they'll attach themselves to somebody else, and then the same thing they was doing to you, they'll do to them. And then when that person leaves them alone, they'll come back to you to see, oh, are they ready yet to worship the ground that I walk on? That's what they'll do. That's ghosting. 6, they will point out your flaws. Now, let me tell you a little story. I knew a girl who used to do this. And I realized early that she was a hater of mine. She was very covert in her haterism. Every time we would get around a group of guys, and like, it could be like on a social level, like, these guys aren't even trying to, like, get at me or, whatever. They will pay me a compliment, oh, you're pretty, oh, you smell good, whatever. And she would just point out something. Oh, she pretty, but, she had pimples just the other day. Yeah, I had pimples because, like, my period's about to come off. But she would just throw stuff out there like that, I guess, to make them feel like, oh, she's not as pretty as you think she is, because she breaks out from time to time. Like, she would do stuff like that. And I realized, like, yo, this person is really, really fake. Like, this person is fake as fuck. And I don't even want this girl in my air. If she can breathe the same air that I'm breathing, she's too close to me. I don't even want this girl around. And I got rid of the bitch because I didn't want her around. They always point out negative things about you. Like I said before, their perspective of you is a negative one. It will always be. So if they could point out a negative flaw, if they can take something that you've confided to them, like if you told them, oh, I had a UTI. Like, if you just told them, yo, I had a UTI when I was like 6 years old because I wasn't wiping right or some shit. Like, they will use that to humiliate you. They will wait till you get in a crowd of people, and then they'll bring that up. They'll be like, yo, Sharon, you think you should be drinking? Because, remember you told me you had that UTI? And it's like, what the fuck does a drink got to do with the UTI? Why the hell are you even bringing that up? You know what I'm saying? Like, they weaponize every insecurity that you have. Every flaw that you have, they weaponize it and they will use it against you. They will use it to humiliate you, berate you. They will. You cannot tell a narcissist your flaws, your weaknesses. You cannot. Because if you do, they will use it and they will hurt you with it, okay? Put a star next to that. Like, do not tell your narcissist friend what your weaknesses and what your insecurities are, because they will attack it. The 7th clue is the guilt tripping. Now, we know by now narcissists are very manipulative people. They manipulate your emotions, your perspective. They manipulate everything. If you try to hold your fake friend, your narcissistic friend, accountable for something they've done, they will spin it. They will flip it on you, and they'll be like, well, why are you treating me this way? If you stop talking to your narcissistic friend after they, went and told all your business to your worst enemy, and you're like, you know what, that was fucked up that you did that to me. Listen, I don't even want to fool with you no more. They'll be like, well, why are you not talking to me, though? I've been there for you. Haven't I been there for you? Haven't we known each other for so long? I've been your friend for 7 years, and you're going to stop talking to me because of one mistake? When it really wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. Because everything they do is intentional. It's intended to hurt. It's intended to cut and destroy. So that's how they will flip it on you. And they'll be like, I've been there for you. Like, how dare you just try to up and leave me like that? You just want to just stop being my friend because I made one mistake? Like, you're just ungrateful. Think of all the things I've ever done for you. Blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what they do. They will manipulate you into feeling bad. And if you're not careful, you'll end up believing that. You'll end up buying into that. Like, yo, maybe I was a little too harsh. Maybe I did go a little bit too far. When in reality, you were right where you were supposed to be, cutting their ass the fuck off. Be careful of that guilt tripping. Don't let anybody guilt trip you into believing that you shouldn't set boundaries for yourself and for other people. Don't let anybody guilt trip you into buying into their bullshit. Like, if people aren't doing you right, people aren't treating you right, cut them the fuck off. You have options. You are not without options. You have options. There are billions of people on the face of this earth. You don't need to be tied to anybody who is toxic, whose sole intention is to destroy you. You don't need it. So just cut them the fuck off. And last but not least, they have no empathy for other people. They have no empathy for you, no empathy for anyone other than themselves. Okay? They cannot relate. That is a part of narcissistic personality disorder, is that they have this disorder to where they cannot process emotions properly. They can't. So they don't have the empathy to they don't have the capability to sympathize with you. If you're going through something tragic, say like a family member or somebody who's close to you passes away, and you're just in front of them crying your eyes out and you're just bawling and you're just so hurt and devastated, like, they'll be standing in front of you like, yeah, and you're just like cold, like stiff face. because they in their minds they don't understand, like, why is this person crying? Why is this person so hurt? Like, why are you so hurt about this? That's them. No empathy. No empathy. They can do the most disgusting, trifling shit to you, and you could be affected by it, and you're upset by it naturally, right? And they'll just be like, well, why are you so upset? You act like I did this. You know, and they'll throw out something that's worse than what they did. You know what I'm saying? For example, you could have gave them your debit card and told them, you know, the bank closes before I get off of work. Could you go and give me a money order? You give them your PIN and everything. And what they do, they take all the money out of your account, ghost you. 2 weeks later, pop back up, and you're just like, motherfucker, I lost my apartment because I couldn't pay my rent because you stole from me. Right? And they'll be looking at you like, damn. Like, why you so mad? Like, you act like I stabbed you. You act like I shot you in your leg and you paralyzed. Or I shot you in your back, and you paralyzed. Like, why are you so upset? They don't get it. They can't make the connection to what they did in the aftermath. They can't make the connection, so they don't get it. They don't understand it. They have no empathy. And somebody in church said this one time. They said, well, when I did used to go to church, they said the devil has no empathy. The devil has no compassion. Like, a narc best friend will intentionally hook you up with someone knowing that the person is like HIV positive or they have a disease that they can't get rid of, and they won't tell you. And they won't tell you. And they'll potentially expose you to something as deadly as that and won't tell you. And then they'll flip it. They'll manipulate and say, well, you was the one who slept with him. I ain't tell you to sleep with him. I told you to go out on a date with him. I ain't tell you to sleep with him. But it's like, yeah, as a friend, you could have told me that this person had a deadly disease. That would have been some information that I would have liked to know. And they won't feel any ways about it. They won't feel sad about it. They won't feel guilty. They'll know to pretend to feel guilty if they still want to have access to you. But they're not really guilty. And you'll know it because shortly after the act of feeling guilty, they'll do some more shit. They'll do some more fuck shit. They'll stab you in the back again. And then it'll be a cycle all over again. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel bad. Blah, 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 blah. But, and then boom, something else will happen. They'll do something else. It's a never ending cycle. It just never ends. It doesn't stop. You're on this what's that ride at the carnival? You're on this Ferris wheel, just going round and round and round and round. And it doesn't stop. Because that's the state that they live in. But their state is negative, it's toxic, it's insecure, it's feeling unworthy, it's dark, it's demonic. And they're always in that state. All of their life, they're in that state. It's like being in hell, like they say in the Bible. It's like being in hell and being tortured for all of eternity. Never being able to stop being tortured. And that's what they are. They're tortured souls. Just on that ride. Going round and round and round and round. And they want to bring you on the ride too. So, yeah. That was my my list of 8 clues that you can use to kind of gauge if you are in a toxic friendship with a narcissist. You know what? I'm going to give you another one. I just thought about this one. I didn't even write this one down. But they're very disloyal. They're very disloyal. And this disloyalty goes along with everything that I previously stated. They will stab you in the back. They will gossip about you. They will do the smear campaign on you. They will ghost you. They will abandon you. They will leave you and go become best friends with your worst enemy. They will date your spouses behind your back. It's nothing that they won't do. It's nothing that they will not do. If you think that now they might do this, but they ain't gonna do that, you fooling yourself. They'll do that and they'll perfect that. They'll do it so well that they'll convince you and everybody else that they're the victims. So that's why they have to do that. They'll do it. I'm telling you, they'll do it. They'll try to get you to compromise your values. You know, if you're the type of person that don't really like to drink alcohol, they'll try to make you drink. They'll test the water. They'll see if you're like, okay, fine, I don't really like to drink, but I have a shot. They're like, yeah, I can get this man to do anything. I can get him to go against himself. They never give you clarity. Everything is confusion. And that's the mark of the enemy. Confusion, okay? They never give you clarity. They never give you clarity. And it's the same story, just different faces. Different characters in their story. So, guys, I hope y'all really take heed to some of the tips and some of the advice that I put into these videos, because we got to get to a point as a society where we start paying attention more to people's mental health rather than the things they have to offer or the looks or, you know, things like that. Like we have to start considering that some people are just so fucked up that there's absolutely nothing you can do to save them, and you might have to leave them where they are to save yourself. We have to get to that place as a society where we call a thing. Like, we can't pussyfoot around this anymore, because narcissistic abuse is very real, and it's people out here who have committed suicide behind a narcissist. It's people out here who have turned into someone unrecognizable to their loved ones. Like, they don't even recognize this person anymore because the narcissist has beat them down so much. Like, they've beat their spirit down so much that they turn into somebody else. They believe they are who the narcissist tells them that they are. It's people out here who are harming their kids because the narcissist is jealous of their kids. And I talked about that a little bit in my video, co-parenting with the narcissist. Like, they envy their kids. They hate their kids. They don't like their kids. And it's people out here, it's women out here who are harming their children intentionally because they are listening to a narcissist, because a narcissist has attached themselves to that woman and is feeding that woman toxic energy, toxic thoughts, and she's acting it out on her children. Like, we see this stuff in the news all the time. There are men who are in marriages with toxic women, and I mean, they're just broken. They're just destroyed. And the hardest thing to do to an adult man is rebuild him. It is so hard. It's damn near impossible to rebuild a broken man. It's still possible, but it's really, really hard to do that. And we got to get to a point where we start loving ourselves enough to where we're like, no, I'm not dealing with that. No, this is not welcome in my life. I'm not having this around me. You will not treat me this way. You will not talk to me this way. You will not do these things to me. You will not. And mean it and stand on it. It's called boundaries. We have to set boundaries for ourselves, and each individual, their boundaries will be different because everybody's different, you know. But we still need boundaries just to be able to maintain our sanity. We still need boundaries to be able to maintain our self-value, our worth. And if we just let these people, these toxic people, come into our lives and into our circles, like, they're just going to destroy us in the process. And it's not good. It's really not good. So I hope somebody sees this video and they take heed to some of the stuff that I'm putting in these videos, and if it helps somebody leave a toxic friendship, if it helps somebody leave a toxic relationship, then I've done my job. Like, I can leave this world knowing that I've helped one person out of something that is very, very dangerous. Because being connected to these people is it's dangerous. It's dangerous for your mind, your spirit, your soul. Is dangerous, and I can't describe it any other way. So I hope y'all are blessed. I hope y'all are staying safe. We have a storm, a huge storm that's supposed to be hitting us near Louisiana and Texas, near the Louisiana-Texas border. I don't know. They say it's a category 4. I don't know. But I hope everybody in that area is safe. You all stay safe, stay sane, and remember to love yourself. Peace.